This is the day the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Let me straighten out my glasses here. On yesterday, I talked about love and loss on the journey of faithfulness. Love and loss in the journey of faithfulness. My brothers and sisters, we all will have love and lose some things on this journey in our Christian walk or in our lifetime. And I used the book of Ruth as my jump off into the sermon, and I used the first through the 15th verse, but I just wanted to look at a couple verses here to just put some foundation to what we want to talk about. In the days of the judges, when judges ruled, there was a famine in the land. So a man from Bethlehem in Judah, together with his wife and 2 sons, went to live for a while in the country of Moab. The man's name was Elimelech, and his wife's name was Naomi, and the names of his 2 sons were Melchan and Chelion, and they were Epaphraites of Bethlehem, Judah, and they went to live in Moab. Now Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left with the 2 sons. And then they married Moabite women, and one was named Orpah, the other was named Ruth. And after they had lived in Moab, sojourned in Moab about 10 years, both Melchan and Chelion also died, and Naomi was left without her 2 sons and her husband. And so, my brothers and sisters, sometimes we make decisions that have tragic repercussions. Now, it's not clear about what was going on. However, it says that they made a decision to leave Bethlehem, the house of bread, to sojourn in Moab, which was a place that they were in conflict with, and they had some tension with during the time of this pre-monastic period. My brothers and sisters, life, again, I chose to use one of our old songs, Mind-Blowing Decisions Causes Head-On Collisions. Mind-blowing decisions causes head-on collisions. Maybe, as some scholars say, that the Elimelech did not want, he was a rich man and did not want to give food to others. Maybe the famine caused them to be afraid and did not want to experience hardship or tragedy even the more that they had. Now, again, these 2 sons were named sickness or sickly, and the other one was named destruction or consuming destruction. And maybe over their lifetime, they've had some hard times living in Bethlehem or the house of bread. And so maybe they turned their eyes to a place that they may have found that there was some provision there. Even though it may not have been safe, they were looking for a place of safety, and that maybe that they can find provision in that place. We don't know. But what we do know is that in that place there was love, and then there was loss. My brothers and sisters, as we make life decisions, remember that there may be losses that we will encounter along the journey. There may be changes in our lives, external factors that will cause us to make decisions, changes in our lives that will have to deal with internal transitions, that external factors may cause us some internal conflict. You may have lost your job because of layoffs. You may be fired. You may have a life circumstance. You got a diagnosis of cancer, of HIV, AIDS, of some terminal diagnosis that change in your life. You may have amputation. You may have a diabetic diagnosis that caused a change in your life, and now you must deal with the transition. You moved from normal steady state into a place of disorientation. Now you're trying to figure out what's going on with your emotions, how you're going to deal with the emotions of what is going on. Maybe you lost a loved one, somebody you love dear, and now the flood of different emotions are coming in, and you got to deal with the change in this disorientation. My brothers and sisters, there were two things that I wanted to remind folks along the way, that there is a God who continues to care for you and provides for you and loves you, and that God has a plan for you. And even if you find yourself in dangerous spaces and places, you can walk through, you can make it if you listen to what God is doing. Sometimes we need to still our emotions. Sometimes we need to get into a quiet place so we can hear what God is doing. And then God places covenant relationships around you, or mutually supported relationships, so that y'all can walk together. My brothers and sisters, we are not islands, and we cannot live without one another. We are covenant people. We are connected people. We are a people. We are designed to be in relationship. And the thing is to find your people. This is what Naomi realized when she found Ruth and Orpah. Even though Orpah stayed or left and went back to her family, they had a time of walking together in mutually supportive relationships, even to the point that they cried when they separated. Mutually supportive relationships will help you weather the storm. Mutually supportive relationships will stand with you when you're feeling like you don't know what to do. My brothers and sisters, I just want to remind somebody that God is with you, and that there are people around you that care about you, that will love on you, and that will walk with you as you weather the storm. Don't give up in the midst of tragedy. Don't give up in the midst of danger. Don't give up in the midst of walking in dangerous spaces and places, because again, listen for God's activity and move towards God. Y'all be easy. Peace.